someone painted it with the bloody trim on here still. I see quite a big issue. All of these wires in here, all go to the fuse box. Oof, that's completely seized solid, that. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're in the van today and we got the trailer hooked up, so it can only mean one thing. We're on our way to pick up a new project. So today we're picking up a 1987 Mini, just a bog standard classic Mini, 1000cc engine. It's partway restored. It's had a new rear subframe in it and stuff. It's got a fair few bits missing at the moment, but they're all with the car, apparently. So this van's going to be chock-a-block with parts, I imagine. But yeah, so we're going to chuck down the trailer. It's been primed, but I don't think I think it's going to need done again. We're going to be sanding the thing right back, seeing what the bodywork's like. So I went up to see the car yesterday. It's only about 40 minutes from my house, so I just drove up there to have a look. Yeah, made the guy an offer. Mini's £1,000, which I think is pretty reasonable. It's fairly rust-free, but you'll see it is a project, and my camera is slowly slipping off my thing. Oh, there we go, we're back up. There's millions out there of these Minis that people start them and they never finish them, so I've got to get one. I always do. Every year I seem to get a Mini at some point. I mean, this is the beginning of the year, so yeah, you'll see. I'm about 20 minutes from there now, and we'll get it loaded up and bring it home. So we've got the car on the back. I did a little bit of a walk around after I put it on there. It's just getting dark, so when I get to my work to drop it off, I probably won't be able to film. But I mean, the car is absolutely rammed with Mini parts. I've got enough here to make a whole nother car almost. It's crazy. But yeah, it looks all right. When I get it off the trailer, maybe tomorrow, or when it's daylight, I'll get a good walk around and show you the whole car properly. Looks pretty good though for the money. I think it's pretty good value. This is just crazy. I've got about 4 sets of wheels almost. It's just mental. But yeah, gonna be heading back now, and you'll see it probably tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day. Here's the car. I put it last night. It's got a cover over it. We'll get to that in a minute. These are all the bits that came with it. I've already filled the car up with some bits as well, so I don't know what's here. I can see like sills and bumpers. They look pretty good bumpers as well. Dashboard, rear panel, exhaust. Gonna put the car down to the workshop and unload all this stuff, see what we got. All right, so here it is. This is it's 1987 Mini City, I think. City E, whatever that means. It's manual. It's got a 1000cc engine in it, which is not great, but I mean it's all there. The whole car's here, including the boxes. It's got the original interior by the looks of things, which isn't so bad. Apart from that's the only problem there. There's a hole in that seat. That's the driver's seat, actually. This is the driver's seat, and that's the passenger seat. They're in the wrong place. But the passenger one looks quite good, actually. I don't know if we can do something about that. I've seen some interesting leather sort of fixes online, but let's get a good look at the bodywork. Scuttle panel's gone in here. You can see where they've filled the two together. Not amazingly, but I hope that's been done quite well under there. This looks like a new panel, definitely. Don't know about this door, looks really good. Yeah, it's really solid under here, which is very surprising. Looks good in here, all up here. Looks solid. Yeah, really solid. Doesn't look like these panels have been replaced either, which is really good. That's shut. Doors, the actual fitment of the doors is also, for a Mini, that's amazing. Go around the back corner, this looks all good. I've got the panel to go on the bottom here. The rear valance. It's had a new rear subframe and the boot floor has been replaced. It's had new shocks and brake lines and everything there. It needs a bit around here where they put the floor in. They haven't actually attached this panel, so that needs a little bit welding along there. Oh, sorry, in here. It needs a bit of welding in there. Not a big deal. It's only the back end of the floor by the looks of things that's been replaced. These look really good. These wheel wells, they rust out really badly. Don't know if they've been replaced. This looks really good too. No, that's just a bit of surface rust in there, and a battery. Fuel tank, I've got another one of those, but that looks like a newer one than the one that I've got, so that'll probably stay in there. There's a bit of a, I don't know if it had an accident, just there's like a, you can feel the back of this, solid metal. It's just, I think it's been like pushed in here and someone's tried to pull it out maybe. I'll get the boot lid on there and see how it lines up, but it doesn't look too bad. The hole for the boot looks fine. There's no, that's not dented, but we'll see when we put the panel on underneath how much it lines up. Yeah, no rust around the bottom of this window. Comes with all new rubbers as well for the windows. The roof, so there's a big dent here in the roof. It's not that big, but you can see it. And there's one here. These two are going to have to come out somehow. I'm going to have to take the headlining out and see if I can knock that back into place. There's no rust around here. That's good. Very common. They rust around the bottom of the roof as well. Looks all good. Someone painted it with the bloody trim on here still. Oh, that's annoying. I'm going to replace that or take it off. So around this side, again, really solid round hall here. They have a real tendency to rust here. Original spot welds in there. Looks really good. All of this looks good. This door, I think this is the original. Yeah, that one's got a bit of red to it. The original colour of the car is black. So this is the original door. This has all the window and everything still in it. Underneath, let's have a look at the floor. So the floor's another really common area where they rust out. It's in this corner. Looks like it's had some work in the past. These inner sills have been replaced. Looks good down there. There's some parts in the back. There's a grille, which is the correct grille for a Mini City as well by the looks of things. Yeah, I don't know what else is under there. There's a windscreen. Not sure. There's another bit of a dent here, a small one. Again, the lining up of that door for a Mini is very good. And this looks like it's new. New panel. Bonnet looks alright. Yeah, let's have a look under the engine bay. The engine's all in there. I unplugged that actually when I was looking at the engine number. It's a 998 engine. Wrong rocker cover on it. That's a rocker cover off a Metro. But it all looks good around here. Subframe looks, I mean, it's got a bit of surface rust on it, but looks solid. Here's where the carb goes on. I mean, stuffed with the scourer. This looks to be replaced. This looks new. New clutch master cylinder. That rubber needs replaced. And the brake master cylinder. I mean, so in the boxes there's about 3 of these, so I don't know if there's something wrong with this one. It doesn't look like this one's been off, but if someone went and replaced this, I don't know why they wouldn't have replaced that at the same time. It all seems to be there. There's a coil on it, distributors on there. The wiring's all still in here, which is very good. But I do see an issue. I see quite a big issue. This is where the fuse box sits. And all of these wires, all of these wires in here, all go to the fuse box. Which is kind of worrying. They've all been cut. I do have a new fuse box with the car, so maybe that was an intention. Well, the first thing I did want to do was to put a battery in it and see if it turned over, but now looking at that, I don't think we're going to have any luck. Turns over, has compression as well, I can feel pretty good compression. And then this is, oof, that's completely seized solid, that. So we know it turns over, it needs a carb on it, and it needs a fuse box in it, and then it should go. So I'm going to download a wiring diagram, and we're going to look into that fuse box situation. Alright, so looking into this wiring diagram, it looks pretty simple, to be honest. So I've got to clean all these up, so I can see the real colour of them. Luckily this car doesn't look like it's been modified too much electronically, so all these wires are original. And yeah, I had a quick glance at the wiring diagram. I got a new fuse box, came with the car, so let's clean it up. Just found this screwdriver inside the car, so that's a bonus tool. It's always good to get a bonus tool. Alright, I'm arming the car, so hope it doesn't go bang. Nothing's on fire. Whoa, okay, so we have slow down. It is turning over, it's making a horrible noise. Check it with no gear. Right, so the gears work. Alright, so I've taken the fuel pipe from the back and just put it into a jerry can, and I've turned the key and fuel's actually come out of here, so the pump's working. We're going to go ahead and put the carb back on, a bit gross in there, and see what happens. Alright, so the carb's on there. This purely is just for testing purposes to see if it can fire. I'm not going to leave it like this at all. It's all going to get cleaned up and put back together. Alright, let's turn it over and see what happens. Alright, let's see if we've got spark. If I do this, it should work. It seems like we're not getting spark. So I've got to plug out, it's resting there, see if it's got spark. Nothing. Next I'm going to take the distributor cap off and check that the points are corroded, because it has got points and they don't look great. So I'm going to turn the ignition on and it should spark. Alright, so with the ignition on, when I separate, I don't know if you can see, these two points here, they should spark. Doesn't look like there's power there. Should be coming from here. This looks pretty corroded as well. That does look not look good. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Let's just put that back. Okay, so now we have got a connection there. See that? Alright, so it's sparked a little bit. I don't know if it's got the best out. Whoa! You know that works. Alright, so we've got spark and we've got fuel, so it actually looks like this thing might run. I mean, I don't think it's run since like 2009, so Fingers crossed. There's no exhaust attached to it. It's going to be really loud if it does go a bit choke. Oh my god, I mean, I can't believe that. It actually ran. I mean, I didn't want to run it for too long because the water pump's not attached. There's no radiator, there's no water in it at all, so it will overheat quite quickly. But, considering that hasn't started, and I think it went off the road in about 2009, this car, so it's 12, 13 years now. Seemingly it hasn't run for that long. Hardly any smoke. No blue smoke, no oil smoke at all. Really impressed by that. And even when I let off the choke, it idled without shaking itself to death, which is quite surprising. It actually ran really well. I was really shocked by that. But yeah, so the next thing is we'll get the clutch bled and we'll get the brakes bled. I buy there's a little thing that goes in between this carburetor where you can attach all the cables. I can't find that in any of the boxes anyway, so I'm going to order that up. But we'll get the clutch going and we'll get the brakes going and we'll take it for a spin up the road. Not on the road, obviously, but that would be dangerous. We'll just go backwards and forwards around here, and then we can move on to cosmetic stuff, really. So I'm thinking about painting it its original colour. I don't know. It could either be black with a white roof, which would be quite cool. I mean, with maybe a stripe on it or something, or any other colour, really. It could be any colour. I do actually quite like grey. I'm not going to lie. A grey Mini, especially with a white roof, would be pretty cool. But let me know what you think. Let me know what colour you think. I'm leaning towards black. Let me know what you think about that. But yeah, we've got loads to do in the meantime because we've got to get it all mechanically working. There's a radiator to go in. The alternator's seized up. There's loads of stuff to do. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one on this. This is going to be quite quick, this one. But yeah, stay tuned. Please subscribe.